Hello, it's Harnas here, and welcome back to Sea Encounters Battleships. In this episode, we are going to see Armenor Fleet Defense. So we've got here on the first, just near us, it's Corvette HMCS Halifax. A really great design. I like the anchor, the guns, and some torpedo launchers here, and maybe depth charge. And then we have our main battleship. It's of course HMS Nelson, with a great characteristic feature of all the guns, of the main guns, being ahead of the superstructure. And also, of course, the secondaries in the back. But that's not all. We also have quite a lot of planes. So we've got Hawker Typhoons. I think these are Spitfires, I believe. I think. And yeah, these are Hawker Typhoons. I think these are meant to be bombers. And apart from that, we've got this Blackburn Squaws. And I think that they have some kind of a significant bomb attached to them. Alright, and here's the attacking force heading towards the Armenor's fleet. Looks like the Spitfire already engaged in the battle. It's really awkward looking design, but I think that's quite nice. Big propeller in the back, and just peppering the small corvette with fire. I think it's meant to prioritize everything that is high up or with high altitude, and currently it's still the torpedo boats, because the planes are delayed basically, and they are still in the water waiting for the 2 minutes to pass and only then start to attack. Looks like the frigates have been harassed by the Hawkers, I think, or I think these are squads. And yeah, we can see a lot of bombs flying down, and one of the squads as well. But this is going to be quite a good hit, and some torpedoes as well. Wow, that's nice. Are these torpedoes actually from the corvette? That would be interesting. And some more bombs. Wow, but as you know, these frigates, they are super tanky, so they can really chew up a lot of damage from those missiles. Let's have a closer look. Okay, I think these are frag. In my opinion, the high explosive bombs tend to do more damage, especially if they manage to just fall a little bit short and detonate in the water. There is some kind of a buff for underwater explosions. Okay, but nevertheless, they are taking a lot of damage, those frigates. And let's have a quick look at our main actor, the battleship. How the battleship is actually doing. 97% still, so yeah, still minor damage there. Yeah, okay. For a moment I was worried that it's not using the main guns to actually shoot at the frigate, but no, that's not the case. It definitely is using those guns. We can see that shots are falling from the frigates on the battleship, but for now it's holding really well. So yeah, where are our little bombers? Let's see where we have those. Yeah, looks like the air menace is on its way. First bombers, Val bombers are approaching, and let's see if they are going to be harassed in any way by the Spitfires, if they actually survived. Yeah, I think one for sure survived. Yeah, two survived. Yeah, that's correct. Looks like the corvette indeed is engaging with its AA. Okay, some small anti-air guns there, trying to pepper the Val, but without huge success really. But it's focusing the fire mainly on the frigate, which is, I think, a really good thing to do. I think those frigates, they are best put at the bottom of the sea as soon as possible, really. And this one, yeah, it's still functional. It is damaged, but I think both turrets are still operational to some degree. And yeah, the battleship just landed a couple of shots. All right, so many things happening at the same time. Okay, two bombers down. The submarines are still up. Looks like the planes are still harassing the other corvette. So let's have a look what's going on with yeah. Let's have a look what's going on with the battleship really quickly. Okay, yeah. Here's our battleship. Looks like the planes for now, they have been able to survive most of the time. So the payload is being dropped. I wonder what the Spitfires are actually doing. Okay, do we have some Spitfire here? You know, these have quite a substantial. Yeah, we have a Spitfire here. All right, let's see. So these have substantial propellers in the back, so they should be able to definitely catch up with those planes, with those bombers, and do some damage to them. But you know, for sure, aiming the autocannons is not the easiest thing to do when you're flying at such a high speeds. It's and moving around a lot. But yeah, the Spitfires are here, so they provide some kind of a buff to anti-air and defending the pride of the British Crown, which is the HMS Nelson, of course. And how's Nelson? Looks like it's relatively fine, 84%. I think, you know, at this stage of the battle, it's still not bad. However, I am a bit concerned about all those planes still dropping. This is usually beginning of the end for some of the battleships. You know, if those planes are flying for too long, it means that too much payload is being dropped, and that means a lot of damage accumulated over time. So yeah, another secondary goes down. A lot of damaged barrels, and the air is also partially destroyed, and the main guns also suffered a bit. Yeah, a lot of bombs being dropped now. And torpedoes, yeah, the torpedoes also are going towards the battleship as well. So, but do they actually land? No, I think that the battleship, yeah, it's got really a shallow draft, so it means that those torpedoes, they don't, most of the time they don't hit it actually. So at least this spread is not such a big one from the submarines. which I think, you know, yes, are they still done? One is down, and the other submarine, yeah, one is operational, one is down. That's it. Yeah, and speaking about the Devil, it's actually super close now. It's very close, so it might be actually difficult for the torpedoes to launch at a specific height. So yeah, but no, they are, all of those have actually passed through. Okay, so the strike force it's at 68% and 77% for the Armenor's fleet. Okay, there's still a big chunk of attack planes and surface craft to do some damage, definitely. So I'm starting to be a little bit worried about the Nelson. Only one main turret actually remaining right now, and yeah, more and more bombs and shells dropping on its deck. And Ampere is still busy, but yeah, with such a small cannon, it's difficult to fend off all those planes. Yeah, I think that those guns they don't look like they are dual purpose. So without some relatively large caliber guns, it's difficult to get rid of the planes. Maybe the Spitfires have been a bit more effective. That could have worked, but yeah, it looks like they are running around like cowboys, shooting different directions, but does not really seem like they are that much effective, I think. However, there are some elements dropping here and there. Maybe it's those autocannons, not really sure. Yeah, I could definitely see some autocannon fire on the valve, but it didn't seem to have any effect. I think those torpedoes didn't even have time to arm the submarines that close. Okay, let's do a quick round. Okay, looks like this corvette is almost intact. Yeah, the Halifax is pretty much undamaged, and it's launching the torpedoes, and yeah, it seems like it slowly grinded down the frigate, the light frigate here. So yeah, it's finally 2 damaged. So well done to Halifax. However, I think it's really needed around the battleship. So it slowly proceeds to join the battleships perhaps, or no, actually it's engaging another target. So in this case, this is a torpedo boat, which is launching torpedoes and shooting the small guns towards Nelson. Okay, yeah, and it's now eating the guns, the gunfire from the Halifax, and might be hit by a torpedo, but those boats are pretty fast and evasive, so I would be surprised if the torpedo would actually hit it. Okay, yeah, I think that, oh yeah, that was some big explosion that ended the Nelson, I think. Is it ended actually? No, I think it's still alive. It's it must have been one of the citadels, one of the ammo storage just might have exploded, so it's technically still still operational, but it's near the spawn. It's at 58% pretty much, 59%. So it's very, very, very close to being despawned. But there's not really a lot actually attacking it. Just 2 planes, I think maybe 3, trying to still drop some bombs, but these could potentially be now focused by the Spitfires and yeah, or maybe rammed by the planes. Who knows? Maybe the Squads or the Hawker Typhoons. They could potentially do a ram and disable the advance. That could be a good strategy, to be honest. Yeah, it looks like the payload is still being dropped. The main damage dealers, the frigates, they are out. Well, actually, 1 frigate is still operational somewhere. Okay, looks like the Halifax finally made it here. So I hope it can deal with the remaining planes and help the Spitfires to shoot them down out of the sky. Really like the Halifax. Really nice design. Very destroyer-like. And Nelson is still hanging on. 58%. Wow. Is it going to make it? Is it going to survive? Is the Halifax going to be able to tow its support, or is it going to just sink? Okay, final kamikaze ram, almost, maybe, I don't know. No, I think it's didn't release the payload, so it's going to despawn. So 1 frigate is still somewhere out there. Might have been disabled, I don't know, let's see. Yeah, this plane, yeah, it still poses some kind of a threat. It still can drop payload, and this is really critical now for the Nelson. If the payload indeed could be dropped. Ah, there's the ram I was talking about. Well done squaw, I think. Or no, I think it was a Typhoon. Well done, Typhoon. That was a great ram. Really helped. These bombs were about to be dropped on the Nelson. Wow, this is really close for Nelson. 58% almost. Okay, so let's finally look. Okay, so here's the frigate. Okay, so it's no longer a threat pretty much. It's just sitting here, forgotten, rusting away, and the time is cold. So I think that the Nelson was really lucky there, not being despawned. If it despawned, that would be a huge chunk of points taken away from Armenor. So 58% for Nelson and 62% altogether for the fleet. So that's going to be a score that is going to count towards the statistic, towards the accumulated score. And pretty much the only thing remaining was that immobilized frigate from the strike force. So, but nevertheless, it's worth quite a lot of resource points. So it's 21% for the strike force. So thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.